Welcome back. After the program, I will also speak about the decision of the Canadian Authority, which declared the two major political parties in Nigeria as a violent organization because of the misconception and misinformation from the Nigerian media. They thought that the Canadian government declared APC and PDP terrorist organization, but that is not the issue. What they meant is that the PDP and APC is a violent organization. And the PDP declaration is not issue of today. It's been long. The PDP was declared as a violent organization in Nigeria based on the incident that happened in Ogun State years back. For the issue of APC, it's not really clear, but not about the terrorism. There's no way Canadian government can, through the federal court, can declare that Nigerian political party are terrorist organization. But the law here is based on reasonable ground to believe that this organization is violence. If you remember the time during the Tambawa, the Nigerian Legislative Authority, they want to come to Canada because they are going through US to buy some equipment, aircraft equipment, because they wanted to, buy, aircraft equipment for NIMASA and the custom. All of them were refused visa. And if we check recently, the Nigeria Chief of Army Staff was denied visa, but the government of Nigeria did not even realize why this was going on. The problem here is that Nigeria foreign policy is in a decay situation, and the diplomats like ambassadors, the consulate, the charge affairs, those people are not really doing enough, because the way they're treating Nigerians in foreign lands, then what do you expect other government to do? Because if the people assigned to represent the country, to be a good ambassador of their country in the Nigerian High Commission, respect and, accord that constitutional right to their citizens by respecting them, treating them well, there is no way other country can treat them bad to the extent of going to pronounce that the two major political party in Nigeria, not even two major political party, the ruling party, are violent organization. So this is not issue of diplomatic channel of Basa agreement. Every country have their own internal mechanism to checkmate the issue of security, because the declaration is based on assessment of the Canadian Minister of Public and Safety, which is in charge of, the territorial security integrity, which is like equivalent of Nigeria Department of State Security Services. So, just like doing, security assessment, which the government have declared that based on the evidence available before them, that the APC or PDP deemed to be violent organization based on some political malpractices or political violence, because they are monitoring what is going on the ground. So I don't see why the Nigeria Media Organization will misunderstood this statement. This was done through a federal court, and the federal court in Canada is an administrative court. It's because every province, because Canada is practicing through federalism, every court in every province in Canada have their own lower court and upper court, up to Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. in their own province. I'm not talking about the Canadian Federal Supreme Court. There is no court of appeal in Canada like federal yeah, there is a federal court of appeal, but that is an administrative court. Okay, so the Supreme Court is the same with Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, and the Marshal Court. Those are under the federal jurisdiction, but under the administrative law. But the provincial government as well have their own Court of Appeal, have their own Supreme Court, have their own magistrate court, have their own municipal court. So it's misconception. If Nigeria or the authority wants to be respected abroad by other foreign entity, they must to revisit their foreign kind of the foreign policy, and also to mandate the ambassadors which they are sending abroad to represent them to accord by the respect they're supposed to accord to the citizens, because that is where the other countries are seeing the reason to do what they are doing. So in this issue,